Okay. Here we go.
Midnight downtown. Don't forget your sunset behind. It's all in favor. Locked up in sables where we align. It's tango cable. It's clanging sleigh bells where we last year is still in my head. You kissed my hair and said what you say. Remember my fear is still in my head. I waited for so long, but you didn't care.
It's about 5 seconds behind. And unfortunately, Facebook is up at about 30 seconds behind, 35 seconds behind.
Friday's had a hard week. All these people have been doing things for graduation ceremonies. So, yeah, I suppose business is up for the Facebook community today. Check, check, test.
Wake up, miles round.
Remote calling,
Remote
check,
calling,
check.
check.
Don't you know the first aid design? Midnight downtown. Don't forget your promises. Alive. It's all in fables. Locked up in stables where we arrive. It's tango cables. It's clanging sleigh bells where we align.
Da, 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 da.
Hey, are you sneak peeking there?
Just checking all of our different modalities out there, baby doll.
Alrighty, well, no sneak peeking there.
Would we be so lucky as to have the new blue Tyler, excuse me, working today on Facebook? Well, it should be on Facebook. I
On
should
Facebook,
ask
it's
that.
working, yes.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, on YouTube, it is not.
you tried.
Yes.
Bah humbug.
Of course.
I always try, honey.
Yeah, thank you. And I did get a email from Seth, the product manager, and he was like, "Is it working now?" No, Seth, it's not working.
Does he have a magic wand?
Well, he's got the magic emails. Normally Friday about 6 p.m. Probably again this week. He just kind of does a double check. And No change from week to week. But hey, we've got something even better. We have true, not artificial, but real intelligence with my lovely wife just over there at the control panel. Keeping our peeps happy, so thank you.
Hi, Bernice. How you doing?
How you doing?
Aloha, Bernice. I guess I get my wardrobe on here at some point.
Remember last year? Is that what the song says now? Remember
You know, I
last year?
realize that if I put this over my ears, it holds on much better.
We're doing great. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here.
It is. We had a wonderful walk, and we should actually go out on the bikes this afternoon, shouldn't we?
Perhaps. We had a lot to celebrate yesterday. My granddaughter graduated from high school. Got to see it via online. So that was exciting. Alrighty, you got your costume on and everything. We're down at the 1 minute countdown.
Yes, we are. Do our little hydration before we start.
Cheers.
Delicious.
I make a mean iced tea, don't I?
You too.
I open that bottle and I pour it over the ice like nobody else.
On the rocks.
On the rocks. Just the way you like it. Stirred, but not shaken.
Shaken but not stirred.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, okay, my
Don't you
dyslexic.
remember James Bond?
Yeah.
James Bond.
I always do get things backwards.
Yeah, we should have had an episode come out last November is normally when they come out.
I think there's one coming out this November.
Yeah, but then it was like going to be in the spring for a change.
Yeah.
And then I guess they realized this, with the COVID-19, now let's go back to our, so they slipped it a year, I guess.
Yep, Billie
I
Eilish.
think this is Daniel Craig's last one.
Yes, and Billie Eilish's first debut. Alrighty.
Never heard that name.
Billie Eilish?
No.
I listen to her all the time, honey.
Oh, okay. Debut, she's not going to be James Bond.
No, she's singing.
Okay.
Alrighty, are you ready?
I think we're pretty much ready. Although this is different for me to sit on a seat today.
I like that.
Standing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello! Happy Friday! We are here today in the studio. We've got some questions for Michael. We're going to ask Michael, our fabulous host. And later on, we'll be doing some hands of the day. At that point, I'm going to ask for some volunteers. So if there's any volunteers out there that would like to call in today, please say so in your comments, and I will get you up to speed. So
Okay.
until then, here's Michael.
Okay. Hey, thank you for that wonderful, Grace. Man, I'm going to have to give you some extra tips here. Oh, but you're moving my green screen there, my love.
Give me
Okay.
a raise. Hi, Carl.
So here we are. Happy Friday to you all. It is going to be a great day, and it is indeed going to be a fantastic, fun Friday. You know, as I was starting to get set up today, I thought, I'm wearing this big headpiece, and if, first of all, I normally stand. Some people feel you get better energy when you're doing a presentation when you're standing. So normally I would be like this, but you can't see my headgear. So I thought, I'm going to sit today, and I don't know if my energy will be different, but it got me thinking about at the bridge table. Does posture matter? That's my question of the day. You might think about that, see if you've got any feedback. But there is something in terms of body language. If we're doing a presentation, what's our energy level? And certainly at the table, the opponents pay attention. So if we're kind of leaning back or not paying attention or whatever. It's like, yeah, we kind of, our partner even sometimes, even if the opponents don't pay any attention to it, wonder a little bit. Now, we don't want to lean so forward so far that the opponents can see our cards. Not that they would ever look, I'm sure. But at any rate, so we are here and we're going to have a good day. And we've got a lot to talk about. So I'm going to just cut to the chase and we're going to go into the show. So as you know, this is Question and Answer Friday, and we love to get your input. So let's see if I can get some questions up here and we can chat about it. I know if I don't get my persona somewhere down on the screen, Grace can say, what are you doing, Michael? So here I am. So, okay, we are into Ask Bridge Question Club, the ABC Club, in the Hand of the Week. And the Hand of the Week, I got to say, it is, I was looking for one, and then when it hit me, it's not going to be 2 or 3, but it's going to be one hand bid and played about 7 different ways. So if you, what's up with Waldo or Groundhog Day, then this is like that, Grace. So are you ready?
All righty, I'm ready.
Okay, so the first question is, yes.
A few of my partners like to play Bergen raises, so I know to use it. But I have yet to convince myself that it's worth using.
Yeah, well, Carl, I hear this one quite a bit. And first off, I will say is that, so often the first part of casting a spell is easy. It's what happens after that is where the problem is. And I always equate to the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh, I think it goes back to the 30s maybe from Disney. And Mickey there, I don't know if you have my wand nearby, Grace, but he has the wand and he's like casting the spell, his magician mentor has gone off and he's, he gets the wand and, well, thank you. Well, that's a nice one, honey. And he's going like this and to the music and boy,
there we go.
They are just in synchronicity. And all of the different buckets and brooms and water's being moved, and he's not having to fill it up. But he doesn't know how to stop the water. He didn't know all the spells. And this is what happens with the Bergen bid and other bids oftentimes. So your partners know how to get us into trouble, but maybe not out of it. And so the questions might be is, do we play it as a passed hand? If there's an interference bid, what do we do then? The answers should probably be Bergen is off in those situations. You've got Drury or other bids. Oh, so there's an interrelationship of bids. But I guess the big question is what do you gain and what do you lose? So let's see if I can get a screen here that will maybe put some illumination on that. And give me a second here to go to another screen. And is this going to do it? It is, yes. So the Bergen raises, as you may recall, is that when it's one of a major open in first or second seat, I hope, and let's say it's one spade. And then the responder comes back with 3 clubs or 3 diamonds to say that I have 6 to 9 points and exactly 4 trump, in this case 4 spades, or I have 10 to a bad 12. Might be Jack third or something like that. And I will then instead bid 3 diamonds. Once again, also showing exactly 4 spades. So what you're giving up, I guess, is you can't bid 1 club 3 diamonds, or 1 spade 3 clubs, or 1 spade 3 diamonds as a strong jump shift. And it doesn't hardly ever come up. So I think, yeah, you're not really giving away a lot in terms of using that bid. And if you believe Marty's and his buddy Larry Cohen, the idea is that when you have a 9-card fit, not 10, well, it could be open or could have more than 5, I said. But when it's a 9-card fit, it's worth an extra trick, maybe more than 1 trick. So if you believe in the benefit of a 9-card fit, it should be in something special. And you also want to use this 3 club and 3 diamond to be a little bit preemptive so that the person in the next seat, especially if you've got the 6 to 9 points, maybe only 6, then there is some benefit to it. So I think it's a fine bid. If my partners want to play it, sure. But you do have to kind of be aware of these other types of bids. And the other bids that go with it that sometimes people forget about is when it's, oops, sorry. Let's try that again. 1 spade. And then it goes 3 spades. Well, I hope they haven't forgotten that's not invitational. That's a weak bid. That's like with 0 to 5 points, and hopefully not a lot of, a 2-suited hand or something like that. But 0 to 5 high card points. And so it's a weak, it's a preemptive bid. And that's like, really? So 1 spade, 2 spades, not much change there, although some people say it should be constructive, meaning for sure, is that have 2 tricks, 2 cover cards, or 2, if you will, primary honors. Otherwise, if you're saying you're playing 1 no trump, you bid 1 spade, 1 no trump, 1 something back by my partner. Let's say happens to go 2 clubs, and then you go 2 spades. This would be kind of a destructive bid. So you see what all of a sudden we get into all this other stuff that goes with it. So I think that's important to kind of make sure you have a good partnership agreement on the whole thing, not just I know it's 1 major, 3 clubs or 3 diamonds, let's play. No, there's a little bit more to it than that. For instance, what if you have 0 to 5 points and 4 spades? Or 5 spades, excuse me, and you go 1 spade and your partner goes 4 spades, because you have a 5-card suit on this responder. Little extras we have to think about. Yes, Grace?
So Carl clarifies, this is mostly about law of total tricks?
It is about law of total tricks, absolutely. Hey, very well said. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Ding,
so
ding, 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 ding.
it is about law of total tricks, especially with the 9-card suit is where Marty came up with this. So yeah, here, in fact.
It has been nailed.
It has been nailed, Carl. Okay, good question. Thank you for that one. And the next one is
Alrighty.
from Howard, and this is looks like a long question.
Okay.
Howard, you think like I do.
Let me see if I can get this
Okay.
worded correctly for us. Descriptions of rebids after opener makes a reverse don't make sense. Some experts recommend all second responders rebid or forcing. Why? You want me to pause there?
Let's
or you want me
pause
to go
there.
to part
Okay,
2?
so we're talking about reverses, and let's see an example. I think he has one down further there where about the 1, 2, 3, the 4th bullet, it says, aren't responder suits rebids such as, okay, here we have an example. 1 club by Carl, 1 spade by Michael.
Honey, can you put it up on the screen? We're not seeing it.
I see it on my screen.
I see the cards.
I don't know what to do. It should be broadcasting, but for some reason it doesn't seem to. So I will stop for a second. Why is it not going out there?
There we go.
Okay.
That magic button.
Gosh, thank you, Grace.
You're
Hoo-hoo.
welcome.
Okay, so when it shows up on your screen here, if you're on Facebook, it'll take a while. But the 1, 2, 3, 4th bullet down shows Carl, you've been, I'll try it again. Howard, 1 club, I 1 spade, 2 hearts. So he went to a higher level. He broke the barrier into the 2 level all by himself, and he bid in a higher ranking suit, hearts over clubs. So if I want to show support for either of his suits, I got to come in at the 3 level. We better have 23 points. Carl, Howard, you better have 17 points or more. 17 to 21, maybe a bad 22. And I may have only 6 points. Maybe I only have 5. If I have a good 5-point suit, I will make a response. Let's say that I have ace, jack, 4 or 5 times in spades. I'm going to bid that suit. Let's say that I have king, queen, 4 or 5 times in the suit. I am going to bid that. Those are the 2 honor combinations where I will counter as those as 6 point. But normally we know responder always has 2 tricks when they make a call. Either primary honors or else some finessable cards. So going back to the first part there, it says, doesn't make sense to him all the time. He says, some experts recommend all second responder bids. That would be what I bid after he did the 2 hearts. Are forcing. Why? And I think he goes on a little bit later and says, well, what if you rebid, down at the bottom, the 3rd bullet from the bottom, what about if I rebid 2 spades or 2 no trump or these other bids? Shouldn't there be a way to make it sign off? But going back as far as generally why they are, well, responder maybe only has 6 points and the opener has 17 or more. We have 23 points as a partnership, and we should be able to make a 2 no-trump contract, or 3 if we can find a suit fit somewhere. No guarantee on that yet. So, yeah, if we're going to be in 2 no-trump, yeah, my partner has to have at least 17, a good 17 there, because I may have 6 points. So that's why the responder's second bid is forcing. And I guess the real question is who's the captain? When you open 1 no-trump or 2 no-trump, you're not captain anymore. Your partner is. You've defined exactly your point within 3 points for 1 no-trump, or within 2 points, 20 or 21, if you're opening 2 no-trump. But in this case, the opener who did a reverse could have 17. Some of them might say, well, I had a good 16. It was a 2-suited hand. Maybe. But then I guess is that you have a situation where the partner might have opened with 21 or 22 and couldn't open 2 clubs because it had a singleton queen or king or something like that. So we don't want to just say with a 2-spade rebid, the third bullet from the end, we want to stop there because the opener could be strong. Now, I guess you're saying in an example here that I think I saw one where I thought I saw it somewhere. Maybe I do. The third bullet down. If opener has only 17 high card points and a shape of, in the majors, 2-2 or 3-1 or something like that, is that, and 4 diamonds exactly and 5 clubs exactly, but the responder maybe only has 4 to 6 points, I think the responder should be able to put on the brakes. What do you think? Well, yeah, we shouldn't respond with 4 points, I don't think. There are some people out there I know that will say, hey, I've got an ace. I've got ace 4th or ace 5th. I am going to bid. Well, one trick I don't think is enough because your partner then goes to 3 no-trump oftentimes. They've got 19 points, and you're like, that's it, huh? 4 triple 3 and ace and out. So no, not 4-pointers. Like I said, only the 2 5-pointers will I consider making a response. It has to be ace jack 4th or king queen 4 or 5 in that suit. Otherwise, I'm going to count on me for 6 points. Partner. Okay.
Great
So,
answer.
at any rate, going on to that, I guess, is that, when you have this very awkward auction where you have 17 plus points and 4 diamonds and 5 clubs, that is a real problem. And so the rules of reverses are not made around that bid, Carl. I'm sorry, Howard. I keep saying Carl from the last one. Howard. So that is the reason why we don't let it be a sign-off. Now, when you rebid in that 1, 2, 3, 4th bullet down, 1 club, 1 spade, 2 hearts, and I do 2 spades, yeah, I may only have 5 cards. You've twisted an arm behind my back, and sometimes when my partners twist my arm behind my back with the bids, I'll just make the cheapest bid. If I don't feel like it should be a no trump because I've only got 2 hearts and you've got 4 of them, then I guess I'm just going to have to rebid 2 spades. I don't want to bid 2 no trump. So at any rate, the idea is we can always sign off at 2 no trump, but we get to the 3 level, yes. My partner who opened, I hope that one of the suits was a major. It'd be nice if they started with 1 heart and 2 spades because we think we're not heading for 3 no trump there. Will it work every time in this? No. If you want to get into the Liebenthal convention or things for attempts to sign off by rebids by responder, we'll save that for another day. Well, that was a long answer, but it was a great question, so maybe we can get more into this yet again. And let's see, I see some from John. I think.
Are you going to go on to the next one?
No, I think how are we doing time-wise?
I think we're okay to ask for a little bit of clarification.
Okay. Do we have some clarifications?
Yeah, let's go back and get this question off the screen.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Alrighty. So Howard says that neither player is the captain, and Carl has something to ask.
Okay. Well, let me see if I can get the right screen up here. Where am I? Oh, I see where I'm at. Man, I really did some advancing. Okay,
Yes.
So there it is. So go ahead with it again.
Alrighty. So Carl says, in a competitive auction, I try not to allow opponents to have a 2-level contract. I often throw in a 3-level bid, even if I think I will go down, especially with favorable vulnerability. Thoughts?
Oh, gosh. I guess, did that one... Where did that come up? Is it on the screen here, or where are we getting this from?
Carl, is this a
it's a
new
note.
question, or-
Oh, so he's just asking a question.
Right,
I've got
it's a
it.
comment.
Yeah, so we're doing them extemporaneously. Okay, I'll try one, Carl. Sure. I would be very careful going to the 3 level. Favorable vulnerability. Well, I had a hand just a couple days ago I showed where it got the people in a lot of trouble. It was penalized, and they went down several. So, if you're playing duplicate bridge, or even, I suppose, social rubber contract, auction bridge, whatever you like to call it, you don't want to go where you lose 200 points or more. So that can be a problem. If they could have made 3 diamonds. Well, 20, 40, 60 points. If you're playing duplicate, another 50 for a part score. You let them have it. The 2 level, though, yes. If they're trying to sign off at 2 hearts and they have not bid spades, in direct seat, even not even pass out seat, I'm inclined to want to bid that 2 spade bid if I've got 4. Pass out seat, for sure. I'll help my partner if my partner's a little reticent. But when it gets to 3 level, even with favorable vulnerability, not. And if you go to BridgeHands and search for punishing partner, you'll see an example why you should not, when your partner helps to save the auction, and maybe in the pass out seat, and then my partner bid 2 spades. Maybe they only got 4. And I'm going to take it to 3 spades, and then they double you, and we've got only a 4 forfeit with, going down 2 or 3. It does not feel so good, where they'll normally leave you alone at the 2 level. So that's my advice there.
Alrighty, so we have time for one more question before we get into that hand of the day.
Do we?
And
man, you are going to keep me hustling.
we are,
Okay.
and Howard is going to be calling us in with the hand of the day. So we'll ask this question, and I will give
Okay.
Howard the number.
All right.
Are we ready?
Well, I see that, let me come back to this if we have time. John Shribs has given some more great questions, but, I'm going to just kind of bump this ahead a little bit because we've got so many variations of this. This is indeed a hand of the month, maybe? I don't know. I wasn't expecting this
Are we
one.
going to bring up the hand of the day, or are you going to do one more question?
I'd like to go ahead and go the hand of the day.
Okay,
and
so
we'll
let
come
me-
back if we have time.
Let me get that numbered out here to Howard.
Okay.
And Bernice adds, don't hang your partner.
Don't hang your partner.
Don't
is
hang
so
your
true.
partner or your mother or your brother
That sounds
or your
like
sister.
a cowboy western.
I know, right? Don't hang your partner.
By the back
That was
of my
good.
Chevy today. Okay, wow, where did that come from?
I don't know, but we were right on key,
I'm not
weren't
much
we?
on country and western, man. But it always just, I guess because it makes me want to cry.
I know. Don't hang your partner. That's going to be stuck in my head now, honey.
Okay, so we are going over for the table, and let's see, who are we going to have?
All righty,
for the-
Howard, come on down. That number is 563-999-2185.
And I have to get the top of my screen here. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Oh, I see what's going on. I got to close that window. Come
Yes,
on,
Howard,
guy.
please.
Well, okay, they can see a little bit of the cards. I'm going to fiddle with it just a little longer, and if not, come on, cooperate. Okay, well, I guess that's the best I can do. I cannot get the screen to move for some reason now. But, so North, and we have, who's with us?
Howard is going to be joining us now. Just a moment.
Howard, okay. Hi, Howard, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
I don't think he's quite on yet. He's just calling.
Okay. Aha, I see where it is. There we go.
Hi, Howard. How are you doing today?
Howard Wachtel from Philadelphia.
Nice
Howard
to have
Wachtel,
you.
good to see you. How are you? Thanks for your good question there. I wish I had more time to discuss it, but let's go ahead and have this fascinating hand. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, and you, I know we've had on the line several times before. We always enjoy your company. And the East seat, you're going to enjoy the East seat because you've had some definite discussions about this, and here we go again. We have a lot of different people have different ideas, and not only how to bid in second seat, but play. But the first seat, no problem there. We can see that it's going to be an opener by North. Everybody
I
is
still
doing
see
it.
my question on the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to interrupt.
Oh,
Yeah, you
boy,
should-
look at
Are
that.
you on Facebook or YouTube? Because I've got Michael.
Okay, now I see the hands.
All right, there we go.
It's a little pokey sometimes. I do understand the Facebook. Okay, so at any rate, Yeah, it's a 5-3-3-2, just kind of your vanilla hand. You're like that you have ace queen 5 times, and the queen at least has a 10 with it, so nothing much to talk about there. I'm going to go ahead and go over to East hand. I'll fill in some of the spaces until it comes to you. Grace, what are we about, 5 to 10 seconds delay on YouTube?
It's only about 5, so yeah, we're really
Okay.
good.
Okay, so anyway, it is a 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 2, 2. Sorry about that. Ace, king, jack, 7 times in spades. Queen 10 tight in diamonds. In clubs, jack, doubleton, and there's the rest of the quackers. In hearts, it's a queen doubleton. So after you've heard one club, we're going to get a chance to different people. Now, I think I know what Howard's going to say, but some of you may have different ideas on this. So after you hear one club, this is hand number 1, by the way. Nobody's vulnerable. It's just starting a 12 match, and I'm playing with a pickup partner that I haven't played with before. So this was my hand. And what would you do if you were playing this hand?
Is this for Howard?
Yeah, Howard, what do you think about this?
I don't see the east hand. I only see the north hand.
Okay, well, for some reason it's kind of running slow. I don't know
Try hitting
why
refresh.
that is.
Yeah,
but,
it's on the screen.
okay, so I guess we'll just go ahead, and if you start to see things, fine. But if not, maybe it'll pick up on your screen a little later.
Carl says he goes with 1 spade.
Okay, 1 spade.
Seems the only one I can see on the screen. I still can't
Okay.
see the east hand.
Yeah, there is a ace, king, jack, 8, 4, 3, 2 of spades.
Basically, it's a 7-card suit headed by the ace, king, jack. The rest of them are just doubletons. So 1 spade, I think, is what I chose.
Well, what strength do you have in the other 3 suits?
We don't know that.
We do. We have
we don't know that.
doubletons. We have
Well, I mean,
jack. We have quackers in the
is
other
it too-
suits.
No, it's not. It's not too strong for an overcall. 8, 9, 10, 12. All right. Yeah, I'll overcall 1 spade.
Okay. So
Some people might go with 4 spades. I think it's too soon. You haven't heard from West, so I don't think the East
you're great.
acting unilaterally here.
You're getting ahead of me.
So I
Because
would say
somebody
1
will
spade
do
at this
that.
point.
So we'll say that some people are maybes. So 1 spade is the bid that I chose also. And now we're going to the south hand. And since you're delayed, I'll just say what happened. It was 3 diamonds by my lefty, and this would be, for most people, a weak bid. You could just bid 2 diamonds. Remember we talked about negative doubles, so it is a 6-3-2-2, king, queen, 6 times. Now, as I mentioned, is that if my partner opened 1 club, and I've got this 5-point hand, but with king, queen, I am going to make a call with a 4-card suit or longer. So I am not going to make any kind of a bid, but I guess, I couldn't make 2 diamonds because, hey, righty just bid a spade. That was what Howard bid. So this person decided 3 diamonds. It's throwing the dice. I don't know. It's saying, hey, I'm trying to obstruct the auction. It has a doubleton in spades, but at any rate, for better or worse, that was what they bid, was 3 diamonds. And we're going to see different bids at different tables here, which makes it all the more fun, that I think you'll appreciate how different people bid these hands. So, okay, we're going to go over to the west hand, and I'll kind of talk about that for a second. And my partner had in hearts first it was a 6-3-2-2, doubleton in my spade suit. In hearts, ace, king, jack, 6 times. So that's 7, 8, and ostensibly 2 distribution points. So there's 10, and king 10 third in clubs. So wow, okay. So, does this guy in East, this Joker Michael, does he overcall with 6 points? Yeah, I suppose I do. If I have ace, queen 10 5 times in spades, I would do that. So, maybe not enough to just insist upon game, but boy, you kind of like your heart suit. So 2 hearts, I think, is the correct bid. And you can't bid 2 hearts here because, oops, there's 3 diamonds been bid. So, oh, yeah. So that preempt had some value. So the question is advancer's bid forcing? Is 3 hearts forcing? And the answer, some people would say, is the only forcing bid you make is a Q bid. But in this auction, I would say, yeah, it should be forcing. And the thing I like to use is by this Grand Life Master. He lives in Marin County now. Has, gosh, I think he's up to 34,000 master points.
Wow.
And his idea is that if it went one club, one spade, and then it went two hearts, that should be forcing one round. If it was at the same level, at the one level, let's say it went one club, one heart, and then West went one spade, that would be passable because it's still at the one level. But once you break into the 2-level, or in this case, the 3-level barrier, it ought to be forced. I like that agreement, but not everybody has that. So, at any rate, I don't know what my partner's got here, but I assume it's 10 points or more. And you recall I kind of liked my hand, so we're going to show all 4 hands here. And so I've heard 3 hearts. And so, how about that, Howard? What do you want to do after you've heard 3 hearts by partner? Do you want to pass?
So your recommendation as far as what Advancer's bid is that if Advancer introduces a new suit above the 1 level, it should be forcing?
That is exactly correct. Yeah.
Okay.
At the 1 level, you'd have to Q bid to make it forcing, but if it's at the 2 level, then no. It's just saying, here's my suit, and I have interest, and it's forcing 1 round.
So
Okay.
the suit, I assume by an unpassed hand would be forcing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, passed hand. You betcha, of course. So, okay, here you are, back with your hand.
I think I would bid 3 hearts over 3 diamonds, especially if North tells me that South's bid is weak.
Yeah, it's a good question,
so,
isn't it?
I go ahead with 3 hearts.
I
Can we-
rebid
Can we
3.
see West?
No, I don't want to show West.
Oh, okay.
I want them to show East so that they have to do it autonomously, just like I did.
Oh.
So I said 3 spades because I didn't have a 5-card suit and because I didn't have a 6-card suit and I had a 7-card suit, and it is preceded by the Ace, King, Jack. So you'll remember the way that I like to advocate. And I think I kind of got this from Ron Klinger about 25 years ago. I picked it up from him, and that is the old suit quality concept. And so is the suit quality, is it 9 or more? Well, yeah, I've got 3 honors. They're good honors. And I've got not 6 but 7 longs. So 3 plus 7. So I'm not going to be so quick to my partner's possibly 5-card suit. It can't be a 4-card suit, though. When your partner comes in at a major, it better be 5 or more. So I'm going to choose to bid 3 spades. But some people, I think, are going to go your way. We'll come back to that. But so, at least in my table, whether it's right or wrong, I went 3 spades. And now we're going to show all 4 hands. And my partner's got a doubleton and said, well, 1 spade, and after I bid 3 hearts over in the West, that my partner is still bidding 3 spades, so it must not be a punky hand, or they wouldn't have bid it this way. They would have started with overcalling 2 spades. So they went 4 spades, and the auction passes out. But wait, we're just getting started. The play is going to be interesting, I do believe. So the opening lead in this case is going to be by South. So now the worm turns there, Howard. And so you've heard your partner bid 1 club. And you've got this king, queen, 6 times in diamonds. And you hear to the right, 1 spade and then 3 spades. And then West goes 4 spades. But West has also bid 3 hearts over our 3 diamonds. So what do you want to lead here, Howard?
I don't see the South end at the moment.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Not a problem. It's fine. I'm just going to go ahead with the lead, and the lead is going to be...
About 1 hand behind the screen.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is maybe just let you kind of listen in on this, because or else it just isn't going to work.
Can I just make a recommendation? Howard, you should be seeing what we're seeing. Have you tried a refresh yet to see if that gets you caught up?
Refresh? Okay, I'll try that and see what happens.
Any rate, I really need to keep this going, Grace. So,
okay.
Howard, just stand by. It's okay. I'll have some chances for you to come in later, but yeah, refresh should have nothing to do with what's going on here. It's just a delay between his internet connection
now I can
speed.
see the South hand.
All right.
Yeah, but you're a minute behind it. This won't work that way. But you go ahead and do the opening lead, and from here on, we'll only do it if all 4 hands are showing. So go ahead.
Well, in a suit contract, I would never lead top of nothing. So I would lead either the 3 or the 4 of clubs, depending on what is our lead agreement from 3 small. I would not lead the 8 of clubs because then my partner will think I have a doubleton when I play another club. So I would lead, since my partner bid clubs, I would lead one of the 2 clubs. And the default on the convention card is you lead low from 3 small in a suit contract. Against no trump, of course, I would lead the top. But in a suit contract, I would lead the 3 of clubs unless our agreement is to lead the middle card from 3 small.
Okay, thank you for that. In this case, they led the king of diamonds, and I'm going to show the east hand also. And so there's, well, I guess I don't have the right hands here. Let's see. I want these 2 hands, yeah. Okay, so the king was led by the person who do that, and we're going to see some with your lead of the club. That'll come later, sure enough. Anyway, they led the king from touching sequence with their partner showing 12 points or more, bidding, opening 1 club. And so it goes to the dummy, has a doubleton, 9-7, and North played a 6, and we've got, there's a 2, a 4, and a 5. Don't see the 3 anywhere, and East, who is in 4 spades, played the 10. So it looks like the partner is encouraging. So anyway, that's the way they interpreted it. So they played a low diamond up to the ace. The jack came, and then North is, what do I want to play now? And they came with, well, I'm going to show all 4 hands. And at this point, yeah, the auction, we're going to make the contract in East-West, no doubt about that. You can play the ace of clubs from ace-queen 5 times in the North hand, but man, you're not going to trap that king of clubs. And so I guess what happened that was not the best was that there wasn't enough thinking by the defenders. The opening lead, I have no problem with that.
Yeah,
but this
the opening
this,
lead, club lead would have done better. But of course, well, we don't know that. But
no, that's not quite right, Howard. But I'm going to get back to you, so just hold on, please.
Okay.
So the king of diamonds is the lead, and North, you shouldn't have played so quick. The 6. You should be looking at the dummy. East, it's okay to move your head 45 degrees. Here, I'm going to have to get myself on the screen here.
Yes.
Grace, okay. Should be going like this. Should be turning your head 45 degrees, looking at the dummy. Don't play the trick 2. Spend some time. So, North, you shouldn't have played so high. You should have played a low and say, switch. And like partner looks at the dummy. Well, okay, man, look at these hearts. And there's all these spades been bid over by Easty. So, yeah, you should be switching to the club now at this point in time. And so if you do, you're going to get the 2 club tricks, the ace and the queen, and don't continue it a 3rd time, please. Instead, go ahead and take that ace of diamonds before it goes away. So at any rate, yeah, I was able to make the contract, no problemo, and most of the field did because they didn't look at the dummy at this king 3rd. Now, obviously, North does not have to have the ace-queen, but we know they've got 12 points or more somewhere when they open, and hey, we've only got 5 in the south hand, so I don't think my partner's got them in spades, and could have the queen of hearts, but hey, queen is like, well, we'll probably get that trick anyway sooner or later. Not that many entries, not going to get entries in the club suit, so that was the problem there. And because we have a lot of different variations, I'm going to continue on, and I'll have sometimes now and then, Howard, for you to chime in, but please, if you'd let me just go ahead and do these, because there's so many different variations. And now that we've seen it, is that, okay, let's see what can go wrong here. So the opening lead this time was like Howard did. Hey, let a club. Hoo-hoo. And it was a low club from 3. Some people do the mud. Mud bids or muddies, what Eddie Cantor says. So leading the 4 kind of can make things a little confusing unless you play the 8 next. But anyway, so it was the queen, and they're going like, okay. They looked at the dummy from the north, and they said, okay, we're going to play the ace. Really? What are we thinking there? You got the queen. Okay, you played the ace. Huh, interesting. And they played a third club. Like, what the heck? You know? And the point is when you're in the north hand, in other words, your declare is to your left, right? North hand is looking at the declare over here to the east. It's very seldom it's going to be hurtful to play the unprotected ace, in this case, unprotected ace of diamonds. In this case, we call that a discovery play. Play the ace and see what your partner wants to do. Now, at this table, and I'm going to have to pull it up, the auction, I think, was a little different. I don't know if diamonds was bid by the South. I don't think it was. But you can play the ace and see what they indicate. And so, yeah, you want to get your two diamonds. Your partner went low-high, and that on the club suit. So you're not going to get a rough, you know. So forget that idea. They'd play high-low. So okay, that was what happened there. So not only made the contract, but now they get an overtrick because hey, the majors run. And when you have, when Carl earlier said, well, is Bergen bid good? Is that yeah, because you have a 9-card fit. And when you have a double fit, that's even worth usually another trick, especially when they're in the majors. So that was very powerful. So not only didn't set it, not only made the contract like what happened to my table, but they got an even worse, lousy board because they played that third club. So just kind of continuing on. Okay, we're going to rewind here, move this down a little bit. And here we go. And it starts one club, and this one spade again. A pass by South. They were well behaved, not vulnerable. And then it went 2 hearts, and then 2 spades. I think it's maybe worth a 3-spade bid with this, because counting your losers, you know, how many losers do you have? You've got... I don't think any losers in hearts when your partner bid hearts, so I'm okay with the heart. Maybe 0 to 1 if you're really a pessimist. You've got 2 and 2 on the minor suits, and maybe 1. So I'm going to be jumping to 3 spades with that after I hear 2 hearts to show that hey, I've got a nice self-sustaining suit, not semi, pretty much self-sustaining. So, okay, any rate, so it went to 4 spades, and the defenders this time, the lead was a queen of diamonds. Like, what is going on there? Well, I looked at, I didn't play at this table, but I looked at the opponents, and they were very advanced players. They had a lot of conventions they played, and so I guess this is a Rusinow lead, and if you want to go, it's RUSINOW. You can look at BridgeHands, but you lead next to the top of your sequence. You normally would have 3 in a sequence, like King, Queen, Jack. But all right, but North, you shouldn't be overtaking it with the ace. You know, if you're really that advanced and you know that your partner has the king, you still want that club shift. You got to be looking. So here again, same problems. They didn't look. They came back. And yeah, sure enough, it was a Rusinow. You understood that, but you just got your last 2 tricks. So once again, they made an over trick. So we're going to go to another variation here, and let's see what we've got on this one. It goes one club, 1 spade, 2 hearts, 3 spades, 4 spades. Okay, that sounds like a good start on the bidding. And the opening lead was a king this time. And it was a low 3. Good. You did discourage this time. This North table, I compliment you on discourage, and you want that club switch. You looked at the dummy, just didn't play in a knee jerk. And they switched to a spade. No. When you do that, that's your last trick. So they're going to get all the rest of the tricks. So, you didn't get your 2 clubs or the diamonds, second diamond. But so, no, that was a bad switch. You know, your partner, if they got the spade. Now, I have just a little sympathy because, you know, South, you say, oh, gosh, I played the king. My partner must have the ace. I didn't take it. And they're going to start roughing. So I understand, but that was...
well, if you look at the dummy, that heart suit is threatening to run. So why would you make a passive play?
Exactly.
When you see a running suit, by the player, you have to attack.
You heard him. Good for you.
Attack.
Attack. Okay. So here we go. Next
Get
table.
your tricks before they run their suit.
All right. Here's the next tables. Here's the auction. One club. Now, I know that Howard is not going to like this at all. Over in East, what do you think they bid? One club. 4 flippin' spades.
What?
What? Yeah, no, 1 spade is fine. 2 spades is too weak. 3 spades, bogus, unless your partner's a pass hand. But they bid 4 spades. Well, let's see how many losers we said they have. We haven't heard the heart bid yet, so we got 2 losers in hearts, 2 losers there, 2 losers there, and maybe 1. So you've got like 2, 4, 6, 7 losers. You've only got 6 tricks, and you're saying you're going to make 10 tricks. Terrible bid. But wait, it's not over yet. Sometimes terrible bids do not go punished. So the lead was a club. Okay. But whoa, wait a second. 8 of clubs. That's a high-low doubleton. You're going to confuse your partner. Well, I think it is. Let's see what they do. Yep, they play the ace, and they give a club. No, there's not going to be a club rough. Guess what? They're going to rough in, and so they've got the rest of the tricks. So it kind of like makes my stomach turn a little bit when the opponents make a bad bid and they get rewarded for it. So no, don't play high-low from 3, please. And if you and your partner just said, oh, we're playing upside down, well, it shouldn't be on opening lead. But if you do, you have to pre-alert at every table you go to. We play high-low from 3. We play low-high. So, that's hardly worth it, I think. So we had a couple more. Oh, this is so fun.
A couple more hands?
No, just a couple more instances of these.
Okay.
And let's see, that was, I think, D. So we're going to go to Echo.
I'm going to have to get a new commercial sponsor for more time.
Yeah, I guess so. So 1 club, 1 spade, pass. What do you think? You think we've seen it all, haven't you? 1 club, 1 spade.
Now, maybe West will bid 4 hearts this time.
Worse, I think anyway.
Worse.
Yeah, they bid 1 no trump. I mean, come on. 1 no trump is not a foreseen bid. And you've got 4, 5, 6, and 8, 9, 10, 11, and 2 distribution points. You're not even showing a 5-card heart suit, let alone your 6-card, a nice 6-card heart suit. So it goes 1 no trump, and then it goes 2 spades, which I guess, yeah, if your partner's got 8 to 10, and fine. But and then finally they go, okay, 4 spades. No, 1 no trump was not a foreseen bid. So anyway, that was pretty funny. But let's see if the play is funny also. So the open lead was a low club. Okay, they went up with the king in the second seat. I'm not sure I will agree, but yeah, I guess third hand high, so you have to do that. And so they go with the queen. And yeah, okay. So your partner started with a low, so they played a third club again. Remember the discovery play? You should be playing that ace of diamonds, and then they say, oh, I like that suit. Do discovery plays. Don't worry about unprotected ace when your declare is to your left, unless there's some like a bunch of threatening cards in the dummy, like they got a king over in the dummy or queen third or something like that. So, okay, that was E. We're going to go to F, and we're kind of getting through these. How are we doing time-wise, honey?
We are getting toward the last of what we've got sponsorship for. Oh, wait, we don't have sponsorship yet.
Okay, so 1 club by north, 1 spade, good, pass by south, and do I have that right? Yeah. Then 2 hearts again, good. 2 spades. I think you could go 3 spades here, but 2 spades. Well, okay. You're a little reticent, I think, when my partner's got 10 points or more. And they go 4 hearts. Whoa, wait a second. Come on. Something's wrong there. 1 club, 1 spade, pass, 2 hearts, nice. 2 spades, and that better be 6 plus, Sorry. You gotta find something else, I think, but you're sort of forced into it. But at any rate, then it's a pass again. And they go 4 hearts. I think that, if you've got a golden fit here, we don't know what kind of a fit you got. My partner may not have any hearts. Might be heartless person.
Oh.
So, okay. So, at any rate, that was kind of unexpected. But how does it... Now, the lead is hard from the north. Your partner hasn't bid anything. And so they just led the 10 of hearts for whatever that means. But, yeah, I guess you don't want to lead away from your ace, queen of clubs. Ace of diamonds, it's just kind of a lousy lead situation. So I can't really blame them that much, cutting down some roughing power, I guess. But you should have heard over to your left in the east, bid spades and bid spades again. And with your queen doubleton, I think you almost ought to do a discovery play. I know this is not easy. It's just like now your declares to the other side of you, and you might not catch a king of diamonds. So turns out leading the ace was good. I have some sympathy on the way this auction turned out. But, yeah, with that lead, how many tricks do you think they made? They made all 13 because there's that double fit. And here again, I just want to stress is that when you've got a double fit, good things can happen. Okay, and if you have a double fit, guess what? The opponents have a double fit too. Hello? So something to bear in mind. You want to have the spade suit when both sides have a double fit, or else don't let them know that you have a double fit if it's without the spade suit. Okay, so next time, one club, and Howard would very much disapprove of the next bid. 3 spades. Nah, come on. You don't have that many losers. 2, 4, 6, maybe.
I'm preempting your partner.
Yeah, exactly. So
As Bernice would say, don't hang your partner.
right. They went 4 spades, fortunately. And let's see what their lead was at this table. Okay. The lead was a 4 of hearts. Well, I guess that you're going high-low. I want to talk about high-low doubleton leads. I like Jerry Fox. He's a bridge agent, or I think he's retired from that business now. But if you were like teaching on about half a dozen of the cruise companies, I for like Crystal and let's see, Regency, Regents, and a couple others. He does all Norwegian Cruise Lines. I think he has Pacific or the Princesses and a lot of those. At any rate, so he says leading away from a doubleton is twice as bad as leading a singleton because you're usually promoting the opponent's suits. Sometimes you do want a passive lead. Obviously, if your partner, you suspect they have the suit, that's another thing. But when the opponents have, may have the suit. So, if you make this lead, they're going to get 13 tricks. If you had led the king of diamonds, yeah, you could set them, once you take a look at the dummy. Your partner did bid clubs after all. So anyway, that didn't turn out to be so good. And the very last one of all, I shudder to show it, but hey, it is Fun Friday. So here we go. So the auction goes, as you might guess. It's going to start off with 1 club, and it goes 2 spades, really. And it goes around here to a pass, obviously, by the south. And, they're thinking in west. They're thinking we're playing in a match point game, so I get an extra 10 points for no trump. And, I've got this king 10, and my partner's got 2 spades. I've got some entries to their spade suit. And, boy, if this heart suit can set up, I'm going to bid 3 no trump because I want to do something different than the rest of the field. Well, okay. I guess maybe you thought if you bid 3 hearts, your partner might pass it. So but really 3 no trump. Why wouldn't you, like your partner's got all those spades, just bid 4 spades? I don't know. But they got the top board of all. I'm not sure how many people played this, maybe like 50 or 60.
Well, if you lead the ace of diamonds, you get 7 diamond tricks.
Oh, listen to that. Say that again. What'd you say?
now lead the ace of diamonds, and the defense takes 7 diamond trick.
Nailed it. Yeah, baby, nailed it.
Did he just blurt out the punchline?
He did. He did. So, man,
Sorry.
you are
Here's
like
the
you're.
punchline too early.
He's looking at my notes. So, yeah, what do they lead? They lead the king of diamonds. Well, wait a second. This is the wrong one. I need
lead
to
comes
be
from the other
wrong.
side.
This is a wrong contract.
Wow.
Let's see.
It'll
Load,
be much easier to find
load
if
the
we
deal. Load the deal. There we go. And we want the last one. I hope I got this one right. No, this is not it. But at any rate, what happened was it wasn't the right lead. And I should be able to remember what it was. I looked at it not that long ago. But if you heard 3 no trump over here, I wonder what people would lead here. You wouldn't probably want to lead away from your clubs because you heard that they bid 3 no trump. Well, as Carl said, if you did lead the ace and looked at the dummy to see, well, what do I want to do? At any rate, you can get, let's count them. I want to change the contract so we can have some fun with this because this is a hand of misery. So, okay, we want to actually leave that and modify the contract. There we go. 3 no trump, and it was in the West. Okay, so let's say it was either a low diamond or an ace of diamonds to kind of look at the dummy, and you get some encouragement. And so, okay, we're starting to play the diamonds, and we're having fun. And at this point, South is like, just don't play low, man. Do not play low. Make sure you smother that 6 of diamonds in the North hand. And like, what am I going to start discarding? And if you touch any of these 5 clubs, you're just going to lose more tricks. You're going to lose most all of them. So it's like, okay, I guess I got to throw away one of my winning hearts. It's like, oh, man. So, what am I proving this hand? Well, if you throw a club, there again, you're going to have death, so you can't touch that suit. So a spade, and so then you like play the fork because you want to make it miserable on them. So they do a heart, and North hand is like, okay, you want to signal a club. If it partner, hey, play a club if you get 2 later, and they play a spade, and okay, you play the 2, and the thing. Okay, God, they're to the last one. Thank goodness for that. And okay, we'll bear down to a singleton, and okay, another spade, and there was one more diamond. How did they do that? So if you touch that club suit, you're gonna lose 4 more clubs too. So, man, this is like, I am not happy. I can get to the other hand in a heart, so I'll get rid of a spade, and okay, and I'll get rid of a club. What the hell? So, okay, so my partner signaled he liked the club, so, okay, do I do second hand low? Who's got it? Well, they big club, so yeah. Okay, the queen, and they take the ace, and fortunately, since you got rid of all your winners, is you got 5 tricks, hey! North South got 8. So, here again, the lead was wrong. So they made 13 tricks and got the top board of everybody because you got an extra 10 points. So lucky you, Wes. So sometimes bad deeds do not go punished. And so anyway, I thought that was kind of fun for Fun Friday. I don't know if you enjoyed it as much as I do. Misery loves company sometimes, but it's one of those things.
That was quite the hand.
That was, wasn't it?
Well, nobody actually made the correct defense, leading a club from South and getting 2 clubs and 2 diamonds.
I think there was about 2 out of about 55 or 60. Yeah. So yes, thank you for that. There, we do have.
That's what I was expecting.
That's right. But it was one of those, and I will say is that sometimes what I call the first and last hand syndromes. We're not really at the table, and we should be like thinking a little bit more. Look at that dummy. Don't play that second trick so fast. You can find professionals sometimes will take 2 to 4 minutes before they'll play to trick 2. Yes, Grace.
Bernice would like to know if we have a couple of minutes, we would be able to address. Can you talk about when to lead from top of nothing? She was told from 3 little lead top of nothing up to a partner to figure out I have 2 left by my next card in that suit.
Okay.
Do we have time to address that today?
I will just address it briefly and say we'll have a lesson on that. How about that? We should have a
Ooh,
lesson
I like
on
that.
because there is. I need to be much smaller here. Come on, Michael. Be
Decrease
small.
size.
Be small. Go to deep finesse and there we go.
I like how you have these named Deep Finesse.
That's what the program is called. It's not like just a finesse. It goes deep.
But how amazing is that? Is that just irony or what?
It is, yeah.
It's kind
It is there. So it happens to do with what I always like to refer to one of Barbara Seagram's students, great bridge teacher. And so as I was skewing some of these, it was about, maybe midnight my time, and it was about 2 or 3 Barbara's time, and she's like, she wanted to comment on some Facebook posts. And I said, hey, you're up at 3 a.m. Then I had responded back about 3 myself to her. So I said, we are the night owls.
Yes.
So at any rate, so one of our students said, well, when you lead the top of nothing and the bottom of something, the old Boston is what the student, she kind of just picked up with a lot of bridge people after that. So whoever that was who came up with that, fine. So first off, I like to say that if nothing else, it should pertain to the opening lead. Whether you want to do it after the opening lead or not, it's not so important. But on the opening lead, that's kind of the critical play. And it should be on a unbid suit. So I think those are 2 criteria. So if you're doing it on a suit that's been bid by your partner, then it doesn't apply. And so if you and your partner have a suit agreement, the rules are different. But in those 2 situations, the opening lead, then that is more where it does apply. Now, if the opponents go like 1 no trump, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 no trump, wait, 3 no trump. You know a lot about their hand. And if you've got no points and you want to lead low, because your partner's got the 14 or 15 points. There's things you have to consider with the overall auction. So I won't say this is blind. If it turns out they're in 6 no trump, I wouldn't worry quite so much about this because you don't want to lead away from a queen or a king, or even like maybe a jack opposite 6 no trump. So it doesn't apply in some auctions. But for the typical thing where their part score, they're in a game contract, in a suit contract or not, and you are making a bottom, it's the bottom of something. So will it always be right? No lead is always right, but you sure give me a lot of information when you lead low, and I know that you have, this is the key word, a useful honor. If it's not useful, I'm sorry. And I don't consider like jack 3 times or jack 9 blah blah blah. Those are not useful. No, get rid of those. Useful to me is a queen or a king. Those are useful cards. And if it's versus no trump, an ace obviously is also. So we'll talk some more about that, and we'll have some examples. But thanks for asking that question, because I have a lot of energy in this, because opening leads are very, very important. As we saw in today's lesson, trick 2 is very important too, isn't it? So Howard, thank you for joining in on this. Do you have anything you want to close with?
I just made a comment of a thought. We were talking about leading against 6 no trump. I once had a lead against 6 no trump where I couldn't avoid under leading an honor. I had a void, and then I had a jack, 1 suit, a jack, and another suit, and a queen in the other suit.
Ooh.
I just typed that on the screen.
Yeah, in fact,
Almost never happens.
This reminds me of the story. I think it was Bedtime Bridge Stories. It was a really good book on bridge. It had a lot of fun in it too. And the person had, and I'll make this short, Grace, because I know you got the hook on me there, baby doll. And let's see, control and this. And so it was the person, the student of the bridge teacher had like something like ace XX, ace 5 times, ace, 3 times, and ace doubleton, and they just couldn't make a lead. And finally, the teacher on the other side says, "Go ahead, partner, lead away from your ace." They knew that, but how can I lead away from an unprotected ace? It's like, well, sometimes you don't always have the hand where you can make a great lead. So that's part of the joy of bridge, because especially in duplicate, is what does everybody else do with these situations? Anyway, Grace, what do you think? Come on down.
I think it was a fabulous, fun Friday, and we thank you so much for being here. And let's see, tomorrow is for members.
Tomorrow is a Members Day.
It's a Members Day?
Yeah, we're going to do more on opening leads versus no trump. Now, we did that, I think, a couple times, but I wanted to have a little break for a hiatus for maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But I think I'm going to be working more with Marty Bergen. He's got some great lessons out there, and so I'm going to be using some of those. And maybe I can get him some business, because he's got some really good hand examples that he has a special price right now. And so I'd like to work with him and make some recommendations on some of his lessons. I think he has 50 lessons.
That's a lot.
And those lessons, they have 20 or 30 hands, so it's not like you don't get your money's worth on it. But we will be continuing on those tomorrow. So if you are a premium or ultra member, come on down, and then next Wednesday we'll have some more fun with our play.
Okay, we look forward to seeing you. And again, if you had an opportunity to hit that thumbs up, tell a friend, make sure you subscribe, and check out BridgeHands.com.
What she said. So as always, have a good time playing bridge. I'm hoping you're healthy, wealthy, and wise, or at least a couple of the 3 there. And we will look forward to seeing you again next week. So as always, thanks for supporting us, and have a great day playing bridge.
How about it, Howard? You want to sing Happy Trails with us?
Oh, yeah, let him sing it. He does such a good job.
All righty.
Okay, are you ready?
Ready?
Go.
I'm ready.
2, 3.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet
again. Ho-ho! Good job. That's a definite...
Yes. Yes. Give me a Y. Give me an E. Give me an S.
Hey, thanks again. Thank you all. Hey, happy trails. Take care. Bye.